Hi, scholars. It's me, Dr. Christy, and I have another lesson for you. All right, when you see this letter, what sound do you make? K, right? Yeah, C usually says K. What about, this one's just an extra sheet, a filler sheet. What about this letter? What sound do you make when you see this letter? Usually it says Y. But when it's acting like a vowel, if it comes at the end of a short little word, the Y says I. If it comes at the end of a long word, the Y usually says E, like me, Christy. So Y usually says Y, but when it's acting like a vowel, it can say I or E. Or sometimes I. Remember in the mystery dum-dum? All right, what sound do we usually make for this letter? Yeah, a G says G, like go or green. What sound do we make for this letter? Eh. Yeah, right. What about this one? Yeah, you've got it. Now, what I want to do is I want to read a book to you, and it's called Gingerbread Man Loose in the School. But the first thing I notice is I have this GI, and it doesn't say the gingerbread man. It says the gingerbread man. So the lesson I have for you today says that GE, GI, and GY can all make the G say J. Say the name of this letter. It's called a G. Yeah, you can hear the J sound at the beginning of the name. Well, if we know that C usually says K, like Christy, but it can also, with a CE, CI, or a CY, the C can also say S. Say the name of this letter. It's a C. You hear that sound at the beginning of the letter name. Chances are when you were in kindergarten, when somebody asked you what sound you make for your C, you said S, because it's right there at the beginning of the name. And people said, no, the sound we're going to make most of the time is K. And that's true. C does say S, but the most common sound is K. And when you were in kindergarten, you probably said G says J, because it's right there at the beginning of the name, G. But they probably said to you, it can say J, but the main sound is G. And that's true. C usually says K, G usually says G, but C can say S when it comes with CE, CI, or CY. G can say J with GE, GI, and GY. We often call these soft C and soft G. When you say G, we call that a hard G. And when we say K, we call that a hard C. Well, when I read this book, Gingerbread Man Loose in the School, gingerbread has a GI and GE. Now notice this, the I doesn't really say anything in gingerbread man. It doesn't really, the vowels don't say anything, but often they do. So watch this. GE, GI, GY makes a G say J. CE, CI, CY makes a C say S. We're going to see some examples. The gingerbread man loose in school. I began in a bowl I was not yet myself, just a list of ingredients pulled from a shelf, chosen by children who measured and mixed my smooth, spicy batter while sneaking quick licks. You won't be able to see it, but the word spicy has a CY. The C says S, and the Y says E, because spicy is a longer word. A sprinkle of ginger, there's that G saying J twice in the word ginger. A sprinkle of ginger, some cinnamon too. It's a CI. In cinnamon it says S-I, cinnamon. A sprinkle of ginger, some cinnamon too, molasses, soft butter, and eggs as my glue. Then in their classroom the children began to roll me and mold me to look like a man. They added some sweets to make me complete, and I baked on a pan in the warm oven heat. I heard a small ding, ing says ing, and they pulled out the pan. Finally, I thought, I'm a gingerbread man. Oh, look at this one. The teacher called, see a magic E right here in the middle? Recess. Do you see it? Here's a CE. That CE is going to make the C say S. So it's not recast. It's E still doing magic, but it can make that C say S. The teacher called recess. The class jumped in line. They raced, there's a CE, out the door, and they left me behind. I popped off the pan yelling, please take me too. I want to be part of the class, just like you. I'll run as fast as I can. I can catch them. I'm their gingerbread man. Bouncing and bounding my way down the hall, rounded the corner and spotted a bull. It rolled up so fast I had no time to hide, then flat as a pancake, I stuck to its side. The coach picked it up and I started to bounce. There's a CE that makes the C say S in bounce. There's somebody down here I had to announce. Another CE. Who's that? He said, stopping. Well, let's have a looky. He jumped when he saw me. Good grief, it's a cookie. I'm the gingerbread man, and I'm trying to find the children who made me but left me behind. Your class passed the gym. Gym. I would think it has a J at the beginning. J. But it's not. It's a GY that makes the G say J. And the Y sounds like that I, like we heard in the mystery flavored Dum Dum. Yeah. So it says, let's see. I'm the gingerbread man and I'm trying to find the children who made me but left me behind. Your class passed the gym a few minutes ago. Run fast and you'll catch them. Oh no, where's your toe? My toe, it came off. Now what should I do? Go straight down the hall and our nurse can help you. I'll limp as fast as I can. I can catch them. I'm their gingerbread man. I picked up my toe and I hopped down the hall, then into a room that was tidy and small. The nurse came right over. She squatted down low. I pointed and showed her my broken off toe. You're quite a tough cookie. We'll fix you like new. I grinned and said, thanks. I'm a smart cookie too. You certainly are. When I say certainly, I would think it's an S, but no, it's a CE. You certainly are. You found your way here, and what a brave face. Face has a magic E. It jumps over the C and tells the A to say its name. Face. It's a CE that makes the C say S. And what a brave face, not one single tear. She fixed up my toe with a small dab of glue, then reached for a bandage. It's a GE that says J, and stuck that on too. I'm the gingerbread man, and I'm trying to find the children who made me but left me behind. Your class turned the corner just minutes ago. Try asking the art teacher. Maybe he'll know. He's right down the stairs. You can take a quick ride. Just hop on the handrail. It makes a great slide. I don't think any nurse would ever tell somebody to slide down the handrail. I'll slide and I'll slide as fast as I can. I can catch them. I'm their gingerbread man. With spectacular speed, I slid to the floor and bounded right in through a large wooden door. I leapt for a table but landed inside a brown paper bag with its top open wide. I plopped on a sandwich and chips with a crunch. Oh no, I'm inside somebody's lunch. I tried to climb out, but I spied two big eyes. They peered in the bag with a look of surprise. I'm the art teacher here, he said with a grin. This is my lunch bag. So glad you dropped in. I'm the gingerbread man, and I'm trying to find the children who made me but left me behind. Your class passed the art room just minutes ago. You might ask the principal. Maybe she'll know. Oops, I put these in the wrong order. CI says S in principal. CECICY and GEGIGY. That's how we make the soft sounds. All right, so you might ask the principal, maybe she'll know. I leapt from the table, I waved and then said, thanks for not taking a bite of my head. I'll skip as fast as I can. I can catch them. I'm their gingerbread man. I passed through an office, slipped under a door, and discovered a room I had yet to explore. I jumped on a desk, then leapt to a chair. It started to spin, and I twirled through the air. Despite feeling dizzy, I jumped up for more, but froze when I saw someone peek in the door. I'm Principal Peacock, she said, stepping in. That's my chair you just took for a spin. I'm the gingerbread man, and I'm trying to find the children who made me but left me behind. The children you mentioned just left you to cool. They're hanging these posters of you through the school. It says, missing. And there on the wall was a drawing of me. The poster said missing from room 23. If found, please return him as soon as you can. We think he is lost. He's our gingerbread man. I jumped in her hand. Can you show me the way? We rushed to my classroom to shouts of hooray! The class said, we missed you. We want you to stay and be our new friend. Please don't run away. We made you a desk and a chair and a house all your own. Hold. We made you a gingerbread desk and a chair and a house all your own. It's cozy in there. You're part of our class now. You're where you belong. Next time we go out, we'll take you along. I felt right at home here. I liked my new place. I looked out the window, a smile on my face. I ran and I ran as fast as I could. I finally found them. I knew that I would. All right, so in the Gingerbread Man book, we had G-E-G-I-G-Y's that made the G say J, and we had C-E-C-I-C-Y's that made the C say S. So soft C, soft G, and E, I, and Y is what changes those sounds. Now, I have, in your downloadables, yours looks like this. You just cut them apart, and yours can look like mine, so you can kind of manipulate those better. Now, here's what we have. I have some word cards. You'll download those and cut them. And you're going to have to decode some words that have C-E, C-I, and C-Y, where the C sounds like S. The E, the I, and the Y still make a sound. So it's not like it changes the sound and then it's silent. It changes the sound and then still makes its own sound. So, now, if it's a C-E at the end of the word, then the C-E just says S. So let's see what I can find here. All right. So here I have the word silence. Do you see that? That E, the first E, does some magic, and it tells the I to say your name. So it's By the way, magic E's inside words still say eh. If they're at the very end of the word, remember the E says absolutely nothing. But this is silen, and then I have a C-E where the C says silence. Silence. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to really notice which vowel is making the C say S, and I'm going to put it in that column on my sort sheet. Now remember, when a word ends with a Y, it acts like an I most of the time. So look at this word. It has L, and then the Y tells the U to say your name, Lou, and the CY makes the C say S, loose, and then the Y says E, Lucy. Yeah, so it's going to go right here. All these rules you know. A Y can jump and do magic, and we know it's a name, so of course the L is uppercase. Now the next word, it's just a 3-letter word. It's got an E at the end. It's A, C, E. The E is going to jump over and tell the A, say your name. The C says S, because C-E makes the C say S. That word is ace. Now let's see. I'm going to see if I have one with a C-I that I can find really quickly. Maybe quickly is not going to be the way it works for me here. All right, here's one. This is a word that I had trouble spelling even as a grown-up. I always forgot to put the C in here. But it's ers. It's a bossy R word. It's scissors. And now it has an S that says S, but it also has a CI where the C says S, scissors. So that CI is what makes the C say S. So you're going to go through and sort your words in the right column of the sorting sheet. And you're going to do the same thing. Now, I've got a special treat at the end of this lesson, so you're going to want to do your best work, really impress whomever it is that you're working with. And if you look at these words, we're going to have some that say G-E, G-I, and G-Y. And this one says an, and it has a G-E that makes a G say J. Angel. Angel? Maybe the A says its name, angel. Remember, you can flip-flop vowel sounds. This is the word angel. Now, I want to tell you a story about my dad. He wrote a letter to my mom once, and he said, to my angle. He didn't remember that you have to have a G-E to make that G say J. So he said angle, like a right angle or an acute angle or an obtuse angle. You know, where two lines come together is an angle. And if you have three angles, it's a triangle. He wrote to my angle. He meant to my angel. And so he needed to know that G-E makes the G say J. Now this one has an O-R at the beginning that says or, like Oreos, ori, and then it has a G-I, which makes a G say J, original, original, yeah, like the original Pancake House. That has a G-I that makes the G say J. Now this one is a little tricky because it has an ing, and I would think ing says ing. So I'm going to say stingy. But that's not stingy. It's got a GY where the G says J. So maybe it's in J E. Stingy, like when you want the whole thing for yourself. Stingy. It's not a very good thing to be stingy. So I have a GE, GI, and a GY. In all those words, the G says J. And you'll keep sorting and decoding those words and put them on in the proper column. Now, when you're finished with that, you can play. We have two game boards that have both the CE, CI, and CY, and the GE, GI, and GY. And in this one, you play just like you normally do. You roll the die, move the correct number of spaces, decode the word, and you've got it. This one's a little different because you can use 3 colors of crayons, one for GE, GI, and GY, and the same color, like maybe CE and GE all have the same color, and CI and GY have the same color, and CY and GY have the same color. What you do is you color code according to the sounds and how those sounds are spelled on this game board. Do you see how it works? So here's where you put your code, and then when you land on those words, if it has a CI, you're going to use this color to color in that spot. All right, so that's it for the game board. Now, when you get finished, you can even have, like you can say, all right, I want you to quiz me. So the word is huge. Are you going to put huge on this handwriting sheet or this one? Huge. Yeah, this one, because it's a GE saying J. Now, if I asked you to spell huge, you'd go, make an H. U, definitely going to have a U. Huge. I might think, J, it's probably a J, but this lesson I'm learning that GE says J. Huge. I know I have a magic E to make that U say its name. It's HUGE. And then you can check on the word card to make sure that you got it just right. So this will help you with your spelling. Now, there's a sweet treat that's in this lesson for you, and look what they are. They're called orange. Orange, slices. Orange slices. They look like this. And those are so good. I think you're really going to enjoy them. Now, the very last activity for you is to spell some words that have a soft C and soft G. These are called secret agent pens. And the reason they're secret agent pens is first you have to take out this little tab, and then you take the lid off, and maybe you want to write the word nice. So you spell the word nice. Now, if I were in kindergarten or first grade, I might think it's an S, N-I-S, with a magic E, of course, to tell the I to say its name. But I know that C-E can make the C say S. So N-I, and then I'm going to, let's see, N-I-C-E. Now, did you see what I just did? I had to take a quick little peek because I didn't know where I'd finished writing my word. So what you do is, if you look at this, it doesn't look like it has anything there. But if you push this button, you can see that the word does show up. Can you see it here? Do you see where I wrote the word nice? Now, there are these little boxes here because I want you to be able to check that off with a real pencil to know that you've already written in this one. So it's a great way to keep track of where you've written, because you can't see anything. So you might not know, and then you have a whole lot of words on top of each other. So check this one off because I've already written my secret agent word, nice. So soft C and soft G, secret agent spelling practice. By the way, the words practice and agent, they both have soft C's and soft G's. All right, so that's it for today. Remember that C-E-C-I-C-Y can make the C say S, and G-E-G-I-G-Y can make the G say J. Pretend you're a secret agent and you're decoding all the words with those soft C's and soft G's. Bye, everybody. Have fun, secret agents.